Pero may napili ka na? Or...
Kahit sino naman. Ayan, nandiyan pa rin si Crawford, Spence, nandiyan si Garcia, ano lang yan.
Si Ryan?
Parang exhibition ko, Ryan Garcia.
He's only 22.
Yeah, 22 nga. It's like my son. But anyway, that's good. So I can, I'm a professor.
Welcome to another edition of Coffee with the Goose. I'm the Goose. You know, we talk about things that are interesting, fascinating, and irritating. We like to be a little bit of all three of those. We'll start with a little coffee, as we always do. My coffee, very strong, like my opinion, and I've got some creamer to make it sweet, just like you know. All right. Let's talk more boxing. I've got my Filipino regalia here again. Anyhow, glad to have you guys with us, and it's good that times are getting better little by little. This last year has been insane, to be honest with you, with medicine, with politics, with race, you name it. Everything's been nuts, and it's nice that things are calming down. I hope you and your family have been safe and healthy. My family certainly has been, and we praise God for all of our blessings. Okay, let's get back to boxing. And I'm a big Manny Pacquiao fan. I'll admit it. He is maybe the greatest fighter of all time. The only 8-division world champion in the history of boxing. The only 5-division lineal champion in the history of boxing. So I give him all praise. You know, the guy's amazing. He is a committed Christian, a family man, helps the poor. He got his degree recently. Manny Pacquiao's a great example. But he's only human. And I'm here to rip Manny a little bit today because you know what? I've had enough. Manny, we're behind you 100% and with our dollars too. Anytime you fight, we're there, eagerly putting a few bucks on the plate and watch your pay-per-view battles. It's worth the money. And as I said, much of the money goes to help the poor. But Manny, you're teasing us. You're a tease, man. I've had enough, okay? And I know I speak for a lot of people. First of all, you haven't fought in a year and a half. I understand why you haven't fought a year and a half. So that's not what I don't have a problem with that, okay? The pandemic, you don't want to fight in front of an empty stadium like we've seen other fighters do here the last few months. You're Manny Pacquiao. You want the big crowd. It's a show. It's a spectacle. We always enjoyed the Manny Pacquiao experience. But, okay, you've been off for a year and a half. Hey, I understand. We all understand. But let's make up our mind. Quit teasing us with, well, he might fight this guy. Oh, this one's in the works. Oh, we've got serious talks with this guy. We've had enough. You're teasing us too much. First, it was Errol Spence Jr., one of the other welterweight titleists. You got in the ring with him after one of his fights, the Mikey Garcia fight. And actually, I think this is the first time maybe that I remember you had ever done that because you're not a promotion machine. You're just a great fighter. So we were led to believe that you were going to fight Errol Spence Jr. Well, now we've found out really that's not going to happen. We learned that a couple weeks ago when you said that Spence is just too slow. He's slower than Keith Thurman. And that's your way, we get it, of saying, no, that fight probably will not take place. We were hoping that you would fight Terrence Crawford, the other welterweight champion. You never even gave a hint to that, but we all were hoping, so can't blame you. You weren't teasing us with that. But then the real tease started. Conor McGregor. I didn't like the idea because it would just be an exhibition. Of course, Floyd Mayweather fought him in a sham of a show 4 years ago, and Mayweather won by a TKO. It was just a sham. Thank God I didn't put any money on that because that's all it was. It's just a show. It was an exhibition bout. And you had hinted, your team was saying, well, yeah, we're in serious talks with Conor McGregor. That's coming up. And then we heard that, and I was saying the whole time, no, don't do that. Pacquiao will never fight him. No, that's not who he is. He's more legit than that. But then it was said, well, you'll give most of your earnings to COVID relief. Okay, reluctantly, I got on board. Okay, I'll put some money down and watch that because the money's going to help people out. Okay. And then McGregor lost about a week ago. Got his rear end handed to him too, and hurt his calf, and went out on crutches. So that's not going to happen either. The tease continued. Now we're hearing it's Ryan Garcia. And again, I thought, no, you're not going to fight a lightweight. Come on, that's 2 weight divisions lighter than you. He's just a kid. Manny will never do that. Well, now we're hearing it's probably going to happen. I've done a little research now because I don't want to be too quick ripping the legend Pacquiao. It'll probably be a good fight as long as it's not an exhibition. Don't do that, Manny. Please. Don't diss your fans like that. I don't think you will, though. I think he's going to come up a weight class and they'll have a catch weight, maybe 140 pounds. But reluctantly, I'll sign off on that one. It'll probably be a good fight, although you'll toy with him. You'll school the kid, even though you're 20 years older than him. Manny, you were fighting. You were a pro for 4 years before this guy was born. So, the tease continues. Okay, we'll watch it, I guess. But Manny, you've entertained us for years. We're very grateful. We don't praise you. We only praise God. But we revere you in boxing circles. You're a great athlete, a great example for young men, and all that. Well, take nothing of that away from you, Manny. But we're sick of the teasing. We're tired of this. Come on. Quit stringing us out like this for months. Make your decision. Make it a legitimate opponent, even if it is Ryan Garcia. But quit the teasing, please, okay? And all of you folks who watch the show, let me know what you think. And please don't rip me for ripping Pacquiao. I'm not coming down on the guy. But yeah, you got to be honest. We're your fans, and we have the right to say, quit doing this to us, all right? And before we quit the show, I just want to let you know a couple quick things. Manny has had his belt stripped from the World Boxing Association. I'm not sure if stripped is the right word. I checked out their website. They said he is now a champion in recess, whatever that means. I think it's kind of like the Pope Benedict retired, but he's still a pope, kind of, So he's Yordenis Ugas is the new WBA super champion in the welterweight division. Great guy, great fighter. So the belt is his, but I think what that means is Pacquiao, whenever he wants to fight for that belt, he will have that opportunity. I think that's what the WBA means by a champion in recess. So we'll see. I just want to see him fight. I could care less about the belts. He's had belts. He's still the champion, in my opinion. He's still the best of the welterweight division and one of the best ever, maybe the best ever. And I think it's going to be Ryan Garcia next. Hopefully the teasing is over with Manny. Garcia undefeated again, 22 years old. His record 21-0 with 18 knockouts. So he's a real knockout artist. He is height and weight. Pacquiao is about 5'6", 5'6.5", fights at about 147 pounds, the welterweight limit. Garcia is 5'10". Of course, Pacquiao's used to fighting taller fighters. He's an orthodox right-handed fighter and a lightweight, 135 pounds. So we think if this fight happens, and hopefully it won't be an exhibition, that Garcia will come up a weight class, maybe 2, and they will have a catch weight. And you know what? That's going to be a disadvantage. I'm not going to get into a prediction right now, but that'll be a disadvantage for Ryan Garcia because when you put on those extra pounds, every pound you put on, you lose a little quickness in the process. And you don't want to lose that quickness battle with Manny Pacquiao. I think even though Garcia is a lightweight, I still think Pacquiao's quicker on his feet and with his fists. And we'll see that if they do get in the ring. I think there's no way that'll go the distance. But again, Not going to get into a prediction now. But Manny, please quit teasing us. Put all this to rest. Set up a fight. I want to get excited again about a potential Manny Pacquiao battle, and we'll continue to follow all the latest news from the boxing world, especially in the welterweight division, and especially with Manny Pacquiao. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again to my great producer, Jude. Good to have him back on board. We have nothing but good things ahead of us, right? All right, God bless. That's it for this edition of Talk Coffee with the Goose. Talk to you later.